This message is for high-level Starseed initiates. Most of who this reading is going to be for will resonate with the Indigo Type 3 Starseeds and the ORAPHIM angelics, okay? Which is very ancient energy, very ancient star race. They are shapeshifters. They are very powerful in their work. They are primarily feline, avian, and human, as well as aquatic. So we can get into that a little bit more. But I have been off for a little while. If you guys are regulars, you guys know I haven't posted in about 5 days. The eclipse came in, and you know, I just needed to integrate and rest and sit with all of the new downloads and energy and information. The Schumann resonance is spiking on a daily basis. We have quantum leapt. We have quantum jumped timelines. We did so massively during the eclipse, and we are still in the eclipse energy. There is so much being eclipsed out from our subconscious, from deep traumas, wounds, pain that we are still, densities that are still residing within our physical template or the soul blueprint, okay? So it's helping to really clear a lot out, even if you're not aware of it. So many people are feeling zapped of energy, exhaustion. There could be, you know, irritability. There could be bouts of sadness really intensely coming up at this time. And it's just about letting it kind of go and eclipse out very naturally, taking time to rest, self-love, self-care, hydrate. You know, taking care of your physical body is so important right now. Okay, but I want to share with you my astral travels from last night, which were probably the most, I'm going to say the most intense astral travels that I've experienced thus far. You know, in my years of being on this ascension journey, if you want to say that. I have some channeled messages here from my experience and messages that needed to come through. So bear with me. I'm trying to explain and share and channel very intense messages, very high vibrational messages. This is not going to be for everybody, okay? But I do have a lot of ancient energies that are drawn to the channel, so I know that if I'm here sharing this, that it's going to be for a good number of you, okay? But we know that collective messages are not for every single person who tunes into them, although the majority usually is, right? Okay. So if you are new here, I'm Erica. I am a psychic medium and an oracular priestess. I am someone who resonates very deeply with the Indigo Type 3 Starseed. I resonate very deeply as an ORAPHIM and being very connected to them. So last night in my, I don't know if you guys can hear that. It might be very faint for you, but there's a hawk screeching in the distance. They've been very active this morning. Speaking of the ORAPHIM avians, the bird likes, okay? Bird, humanoid, feline, humanoid, etc., right? Okay. So last night in my astral travels, I was in the 6th dimension, which is the dimension that I incarnated from in this. So before I was here in this lifetime, that's the dimension that I was in, even though I've spent many lifetimes in other dimensions as well. But I've done a great deal of training with the 6th dimension, okay? as the day goes by, I'm not remembering as much as it dissipates, right? Like how when we have, quote, like dreams, right? But this is definitely not a dream. This was astral traveling, and this was for high initiate training. I want to call it a mystery school, but that's what I was guided not to call it, although it is very similar because it is like Starseed school, but it's Starseed school that is very powerful. All starseeds seated on Earth at this time are very powerful. I don't want to diminish that in any way, but there are initiates, there are starseeds here, like I just said, like that are very connected to like the ORAPHIMS, or which are a extraterrestrial race mix of its Lyran, Syrian, Pleiadian. Okay, so it's all very connected, so you can resonate with any of those star races as well. But let me just read what I put. Okay, so I put 5th and 6th dimension, but doing 9th dimensional work and training. So I was working with guides. In particular, there was a masculine like man, okay, we'll just say that, who is a high-level initiate who was working directly with me and a whole group of other starseeds. And there were other teachers there, and I can't stress this enough, this is about very powerful work that we are being initiated to now. So the message for a lot of you guys is you are probably going to be, or already are, astral traveling. You are going to be, or already are, connecting to higher dimensions where you are going to travel and you're going to be doing very powerful work, okay, and training. Now, we've already been doing this, many of us. I can't stress this enough when I say that this is next level. This is the call to action at this time as we integrate and move farther into 2024 and a 5th dimensional Earth once again. So we are doing high-level initiate training, again, the 9th dimensional energy, which is the Pleiadian energy as well. Okay. High-level initiations and meeting your star family. So this is like the group of beings who I connected with last night. In particular, like I said, there was one teacher. He was like another starseed, but like a high-level master who was helping all of us. We were doing energetic exercises. I don't want to go too far into it just to protect the work, which I was also guided to protect, but also share. So that's why it's tricky for me to share, but not explain, but share too much. So meeting with your star family, you going to them, them coming to you. You may experience yourself in groups with other star seeds and star family, star races that are specifically coming in to be teachers, to help you remember, to help you awaken to these higher level, and like the analogy that I keep getting is like, you know, like the Avengers and, you know, like the superpower, superhuman, things like that, because it's very real, and that's what we're remembering them being reinitiated with. But we're doing this in the higher realms, if you want to say, okay? And when the time is right, and we will know when it is, okay? We will be using these gifts, trainings, and remembrances. Okay. Another thing is working with soulmates and your star family. So these groups of other starseeds and individuals, they could be soulmates connected to you in higher dimensions, which is what I experienced. Myself and the teacher, guru, who was in this earthly body right now, I'm 39 years old, they were around the same age as me and all of that, but also a very ancient soul, right? Many of them you'll be working with, you will recognize. There will be familiarity. This is highly supportive energy and energies. Everyone is there as equals. There is no competing or you can do this and I can't do that, or everyone is so, like, everyone knows that they're a badass. Everyone there knows what they're capable of, okay? As far as their mission and why they're in these trainings. And again, I just keep wanting to say, like, a mystery school, but a little different of a mystery school. It's like being, it's like getting your PhD or whatever in Starseed training, okay, or whatever, right? Like you're mastering at this point. Even though you may wake up and not fully remember, but I think most of you guys, like myself, will remember more and more and more. It'll become just very normal or regular, where it's not like you wake up and you're like, oh my God, that was a crazy dream, because you know it's not a dream. You know that you're actually there, actually doing it. You become more consciously aware, which is what I experienced. And I'm just here to share that a lot of you guys are going to start experiencing this as well. Okay. The starseeds that I'm speaking to right now, it's like your psychic ability, your telepathy, your intuition. It's highly, highly advanced, as the ORAPHIMS are highly advanced. Star races are highly advanced, but I'm talking to a specific group, which is, right, it's very specific. And your training and your initiations through your life have been extra difficult. You've spent a great deal of your life alone. You are no stranger to loneliness or feeling isolated and very cut off and different from the world. Now, that's a regular thing with starseeds, right? Being not of the earth, but of the earth, living on the earth, right? Like being cosmic beings with a human experience. That's a given. I can't stress this enough, how it's the same, but it's different, where this is very advanced teachings, very advanced souls that are going through these trainings and initiations at this time to assist humanity and the earth in what's to come, in the coming days, which we're already seeing the fall of the matrix. We're already seeing how everything is being exposed all of a sudden in the year 2024, right? We're seeing the exposure of elite groups, celebrities, people who, I have to be careful what I say here, but you know exactly what I mean. People who are into very dark things, and secretly have been serving very dark forces and purposes, but it's all being exposed, right? And the way that the asleep collective sees it and views it is, oh, they're, sickos, oh this, oh that, right? But the way that someone with an elevated consciousness sees it is much different. It's like exactly what I just said, where it's like the systems are falling in this way. The wool that has been pulled over everyone's eyes is being revealed, but we see much deeper and farther into what this truly means and the truth. And it's because of the work we've been doing here on Earth and raising the collective vibration consciousness. It is now where, right? And it's just the ascension of Earth too, and humanity. You can't hide this stuff anymore, right? And we're going to start seeing more and more and more of that. And as more and more and more of this starts to be revealed, we're going to see a lot of darkness through the human collective, not just with like elites and, you know, politics and things like that. We're going to see it on a mass level where people are just kind of going bonkers. And we, as these initiates, are here to collectively work in the higher dimensions and also here on Earth to eradicate this, to stop it in its tracks, to transmute as much as we can, and to shield the Earth and humanity. Okay, so like I said, your psychic ability, your telepathy and intuition, all starseeds and you know, beings like this, we have all of these abilities, but this is highly, highly, highly advanced. Like I underlined it, like highly advanced, like it's very advanced. Okay, very advanced souls. It's beyond the norm, is what I said. It's beyond the norm. We are training to prevent catalytic events and to transmute, like I just said. And these are high-level initiations of the leaders of New Earth. And I can't express to you the warmth and belonging and love that I was experiencing last night, being in this place with all of these like-minded souls and other beings who, you know, it was just such a, like, these are my people, this is my tribe, like this is my real tribe. And I fully believe and know, and the dove is just cooing as I say that, I know that this is the feeling of what many of us are going to be experiencing in our 3D lives at this time or in the not too far future, as far as coming together with our people, okay, on a much higher level. And I'm going to be doing a separate message because your New Earth partner, the one who is meant to sit on the throne right next to you on your throne, is coming through at this time, is going to be showing up. They are materializing into your life. Okay. So again, I can't go too far into the work that we were doing, but it was very powerful, very powerful, as far as protection and shielding and transmuting. It was just crazy. So as more comes through or more experiences like this happen, I will of course share, but I want to pull some cards and just see what comes through, to, you know, connect with this message a little bit more through the cards. Okay, so the decks that I am using today is the Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell, the Divine Masters by Kyle Gray, oh, look what's on the bottom of the deck, Two of Cups. Oh my gosh. Soulmates, partnerships. It's us partnering with our soul family and soulmates that will be coming through at this time that we are meant to be with, not romantically, not platonically. Yeah, the hawk is going crazy. To move forward into these new timelines that we are now on. The buck stops here. This is the point where we've been working towards our whole life. Okay? And I know for a lot of you guys, you've been watching readings or messages, and you probably have heard that a lot. And that doesn't mean that the message is wrong. It just means that it wasn't time. It wasn't your timeline. But now we are here. So if this message finds you through all space and time, and your intuition feels very pulled to it, and you feel more activated and connecting, and connection with this, then it's for you, right? Okay. So let's start with actually with the Divine Masters. Let's see what wants to come through with the Divine Masters. So I hope that everyone is doing amazing at this time. It is good to be back at work. You know, I wasn't planning on taking the days off or time off, but when you're going through such an integration, I mean, that is what we are being guided to do. And when we ignore that, you know, we create resistance. We are, you know, not allowing ourselves to really just become who we're meant to be. And like last night, like in this training and stuff, like being in the 6th dimension, we were there as our higher selves. Okay. But like I said, it's weird, and I just take it, you know, as it connects, but literally we were in the 6th dimension, but we were receiving 9th dimensional training. Okay. And as you advance more in these trainings, you will start being initiated in to, you know, 10th dimension, 11th dimension, 12th dimension, things of that nature. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Divine Masters of the highest white light and decree. What messages do you have for us at this time? What messages do you have for us at this time? In regards to this message and these high level trainings and Starseed initiations. Ishtar, look, it's about your inner learnings. Follow your heart and truth prevails. So she's basically coming through and saying that you have been following your heart, you've been following your soul. It's been, like I said, very lonely. You've experienced a lot of resistance. You've experienced a lot of failed relationships. You've experienced a lot of people in one-sided competitions with you, jealousy, envy of your light, of your gifts, even before you were reawakened to them. You've experienced high levels of darkness, which is what you came here to do, to help transmute and balance. You are high-level alchemists and ancient. I just saw 333. Follow your heart, truth prevails. So now is the time where the truth prevails. Now is the time where you start seeing, like really fucking seeing, why everything has been the way that it has in your life. And now you're going to start feeling, again, more at ease. You're going to start feeling and experiencing these initiations and trainings in the astral. For some of you guys, you could be connecting and you'll start doing it through meditation, but I'm going to just go and say, because it's what I'm feeling and being guided to say, is these are going to be happening mostly in the sleep state. Okay? When energy flows more easily without ego, resistance, overthinking, whatever. Okay? So you may want to, invest in a dream journal or, something like that, or, right, keep your phone to where, like, if something you wake up and, right, doing like a voice recording, things of that nature, and then documenting it, when it happens, the dates that it happens, or, what the experiences are. It's like creating a timeline for these teachings and initiations. Okay. So let's get these initiations and trainings are highly protected. Not every starseed is called to them, but I want to say most every starseed you are experiencing initiations and teachings and trainings on different levels, for sure. Okay, for some it's like souls as old as time. Okay, the blue beings. Okay, well, I was speaking of the ORAPHIMS, and they do have the aquatic beings as well. And that's what this is reminding me of, is like the aquatic ORAPHIMS. Light transmissions, wounds healed, important information, and charging up. Yeah. Your spiritual battery has been being charged up for this moment, and now there is a ramp up of the teaching, of the initiation, of astral travel, of just everything. Okay, so let's go ahead and then light transmissions. There could be like light language recordings or videos, or just other transmissions or guidance coming through to you. Your intuition will tell you, but just pay close attention, because for who this is for, you'll start receiving higher education, higher teachings here in the 3D, not just in the quantum. Meaning it can show up on YouTube, or someone channels something, on a TikTok thing or Instagram. Okay. Bottom of the deck here is Serapis Bay, and literally the first word is activation. To grow, make the necessary changes. Okay, there's a siren going off in the distance. Archangel Michael's coming through. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for being here. These are some of the teachers and guides that could be coming through to you. But I think for a lot of you guys, like I said, you will be connecting, just like I did, to your star family and soulmates in higher dimensions, ancestors, things of that nature. But I honestly feel that this is different from the ancestor energy. This would be maybe your star ancestors, your star families from other incarnations in other star systems. Okay, let's get one more, please. All right, so we've got Lord Shiva coming out. Karma release. And that's literally what's happening too. Okay, is we are getting a lot of assistance it's purging, it's releasing old karma and the wounding and things of that nature, because we're going up in frequency so fast, right? So there's a lot of divine assistance, and also just with ourselves, our higher selves, also being a big part of that. Okay, as far as the release and the purging of the densities. Choose your destiny. Debts are paid. The end of a cycle. So it's just more confirmation that you have reached the end of this. What I'm getting is like your regular earthly life. Like, this is a time where you're really leveling up, and you're not going to recognize yourself as to who you were today from who you will be a month, 2 months, 3 months from now. This is advanced ascension. Accelerated ascension, but yeah, advanced as well, for sure. Okay. So let's go ahead and get a couple Rose Oracle cards here. So I know most of this was channeling and sharing, but that's what this message was going to be. Mostly just sharing with the experiences, and and then I woke up this morning with massive heart chakra clearing and solar plexus chakra clearing. I could feel it in my sacral, my third eye as well. I was sneezing. you know, I don't want to be like TMI, but I had a lot of like just energy breaking up in the heart and clearing. So in my heart space and my lungs and things, there's a lot of clearing and purging. So you catch my drift, like just coughing, bringing stuff up that needs to come out, etc. So let's go ahead and see here. Oh, hello. All right, any more message in regards to connecting with the ORAPHIMS? Right as I say that, connecting with the ORAPHIMS. The thorn, protection, boundaries, and clear communication. So it's about you guys receiving clear communication from your star family. This is, you know, it could be like, you know, deities. But I just want to say like just higher orders from higher realms. Protection, boundaries, and clear communication. And then bottom of the deck here, you cannot make it up. You're very protected, okay? This is a place where you go beyond the boundaries, where you go beyond what you consciously remember you being capable of. This is where you see where you are capable of so much more as a cosmic being. Sub Rosa. Hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning and teaching. Learning and teaching. That's what this whole thing is about, is initiates, learning, and the teachers who are coming through at this time. And then it's like, you know how we say, the student becomes the teacher. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. You are now ready, even though you may not have known you were ready. Maybe you did feel ready. But they are coming to you, letting you know you are ready for these great learnings, to remember these gifts that you embody. And we're going to help you remember how to work with them and how to utilize them in your mission on Earth. Okay, let's get one more before we go. So thank you guys for being here. I'm going to be recording a love reading after this for divine counterparts who are meant to meet or reconnect, come back together at this time, or incoming. I've just had so much coming through, you guys, that it's just been beyond anything I've ever experienced in my ascension journey so far. So, you know, I'm just here to relay what I am experiencing and to help guide, to help you remember your infinite cosmic amazingness, but also to let you know that this shit is very real. And like last night was wild, but it was so cool, you guys. Like, I know a lot of you guys are experiencing crazy things, but like I said, this is beyond like, oh yeah, I'm having really vivid crazy dreams. It's not that. You will literally know, I'm in a training, these are my star family. Like, you will feel it, you will know it without a shadow of a freaking doubt. All right, and then it says open, say yes, expand through the extremes, and trust life. All right, so this is just about you being open to your divinity and truth, to teachings, to receiving soulmates, soul family, soul love, whatever you want to call it. They're just saying be open for us to connect with you in the astral. Okay, you may want to like speak it out loud, even though it's not necessary. Like, when it's time, but it could, you know, like, just let them know, right? I'm open to this, I'm here for it. Expand through the extremes, which is what you guys have been experiencing your whole life. It's like everything was like extreme. Heartbreak was extreme, pain was extreme, betrayals were extreme, sadness was extreme, grief was extreme, competition, jealousy was extreme. Or do you know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh yes, sometimes this, it was like extreme your whole life, and you've been expanding through these extremes your whole life. Okay, and you recently have gone through a massive expansion where things have, again, maybe felt very extreme. but they're letting you know, like, you've risen from it. This is a time of great change. Okay. And then bottom after that is the Brothers of the Rose, the sacred masculine, honor, protection, and support. And that's what I said. I had a masculine, the teacher who was there, who was like around my age, looked physically around my age, handsome, but he was there as a teacher and a guide, and just someone that I just very deeply connected with. But it, for me, and then see, you hear the horn just honk? That's confirmation of what I'm saying and holding up this card talking about. Many divine feminines, high priestesses, they are open and ready to receive union at this time. There is a sacred masculine partner who is also from ancient orders and sacred lineages, etc., who are going to be coming to you in the astral. And for many of you guys, you will also be meeting them right in the 3D. They're going to be coming into your life to help protect you and be the warrior archetype, while you can be in your Empress energy, right? Okay. All right, so this is what I've got for everybody today. I hope that everyone is doing amazing. I have missed you guys so much. Yeah, like I was, what was it, last Friday or Thursday, I did my live, and then I couldn't do the live readings because I was nauseous, and my new, like, it's a very healthy stuff, like, you know, that I'm taking ashwagandha, burdock root, black seed oil, sea moss, you know, colostrum, like all these things, right, that are like so good for your body. But my body's like adjusting, my gut is adjusting, my stomach is adjusting, so it just was kind of blah. And then with the new moon eclipse, the total solar eclipse, I had, you know, my feminine cycle is synced with the new moon right now, so it just was a lot, plus the influx of energies and the timeline jumps and everything. It was just, you know, I know starseeds are very sensitive, right? But I can only speak to myself, where I'm beyond sensitive to the energies, and you guys, if you've been with me for a while, you know. So anyways, so I just love you guys, I thank you guys, and I just am happy to be back. So anyways, if you want to work with me one-on-one, if you want to connect with my gifts, if you want to learn more about this kind of stuff, your soul mission, you know, twin flame journey, whatever it is, a past life Akashic reading, everything is down below in the description box. So anyways, my loves, I hope everyone has a beautiful day. I am going to start working on the last half of April zodiacs for everyone. So yeah, anyways, okay, I'll let you guys go. I hope you enjoyed this. Leave me some comments down below how this connects, if you've had some crazy trainings, teachings, experiences, visitations, whatever it is, right? All right. Thank you, my loves. Bye.